Welcome to another edition of Hooray for Games. Today we're doing a review for Infinity Blade 2 for the iPad. Infinity Blade is the first game I have ever bought from Apple. If more games come out like this though, it's safe to say it will not be the last. I have never played the first Infinity Blade because I didn't have any iPod, iPhone, or iPad. So when I got the iPad on Monday and heard all this hoopla for this game sequel, I thought it was a great test to check out the gaming on the iPad. I was not disappointed. For a mere $6.99, I am able to play a game that sets a high standard for any other games that want to come out on an Apple device. Infinity Blade 2 makes you feel like you're playing a game that could easily pass for a PS3 or Xbox 360 game, with tons of upgrading and leveling up options. This doesn't feel like a game just trying to make a quick buck by copying the Angry Bird formula. You have to contemplate your moves. With each boss, the level of difficulty rises, almost to a point of frustration, but it never leaves you feeling like you can't beat them. In fact, I found myself retrying immediately with a different game plan on how to defeat the boss. Now, a fair concern would be the playability on the iPad. While I found that there was no real lag issues with the iPad, it definitely isn't your standard controller. But after some minor trial and error, the iPad becomes, I would say, as second nature as your standard controller does. Unlike other games, Infinity Blade skips the joystick and instead directs you where you need to go, using blue blinking circles to tell you the areas accessible to you. Some may have issues with this, but due to the size of the iPad or iPhone, it makes sense to eliminate the free roam feature to stick with the combat. I think more people would be upset if they would have to erase all their content on their iPhone or iPad in order to play the game. Infinity Blade is about 4 to 6 hours if you play straight through, but with all the leveling up and different battle achievements, the time will almost triple. But it never seems to lose its momentum. The only small issue, and I mean small issue, I had was the music. For a game that is so well executed, I wish it could have spent a little more time on the soundtrack. It would have been nice to have more dramatic sounds with each battle. But I understand if they couldn't fit it all, and maybe it's just not my taste. All in all, Infinity Blade is for sure a buy. For the price, you cannot go wrong, and for those who may already have an iPhone or an iPad device, this is a great way to pass the time. I give Infinity Blade 2 5 out of 5. Thank you so much for watching this review of Infinity Blade 2. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and thanks to all those who've already subscribed.